Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I started this channel because I wanted to explore the criminal world. It's kind of like, when you have a good hero story, you always also have to have a good villain. So I want to go into this article I see here. It just happened recently. This is from September 20th, 2024. And this article's by New York Post. I do not own the rights to this. I'm just, reading it off to you guys so you guys can see what's going on. This is about Gregg. She's a teenager who recently killed her mother. So we're gonna get into it right now. So let's watch this video here and see what happened. Looks like a dog coming in with the team. Two dogs they have, it looks like. Now she's just kind of pacing, it looks like, back and forth a little bit. Not sure why yet. The dogs look really high on alert. She looks really sus right there. Wow. So that sounds like three shots. Three shots that rang out from what it sounds like. Wow, that is insane. Now she looks like she's hiding. Looks like she's hiding the gun behind her back. Maybe. Let's go back. Yeah, she had the gun behind her back. I guess to hide it from the camera. That's weird. Like, you're already on camera with the gun. I don't understand that. But anyway, wow, that's totally crazy. Let's read the rest of this article here. Mississippi teenage killer Gregg sobbed in court Friday as she was found guilty of ruthlessly gunning down her mother and wounding her stepfather after they found out about her secret life with drugs earlier this year. Oh, she was on drugs. Ooh. Wow, that's rough. The 15-year-old sobbed as she was found guilty on all charges, including first-degree murder, attempted murder, and tampering with evidence. She will spend the rest of her life in prison without parole. The verdict came after the jury viewed chilling surveillance video of the baby-faced teen awkwardly shuffling around their Brandon home, clutching a gun behind her back shortly before she shot her mother, Ashley Smiley, 40, a math teacher at Northwest Rankin High School, in the face. Wow. That is nuts. So she was a math teacher. Her mom was a math teacher. Oh my gosh. Looks like, wow. It looks like that's not the rest of the article. Okay. The jury deliberated for about 2 hours before handing down the verdict. Gregg, who was 14 at the time of the killing, was also on trial for shooting her stepdad, Heath Smiley, in their Brandon, Mississippi home on March 19th, after the couple learned of her secret life with drugs. In the alarming surveillance footage, Gregg, wearing a Nirvana band shirt, was filmed disappearing off camera into her mother's bedroom just seconds before 3 shots rang out. I was right, it was 3 that I heard. Followed by Smiley's piercing screams, according to the clip obtained by Law and Crime. The teen then returned to the kitchen roughly 10 seconds later, still clutching the weapon behind her back, which I was also right without reading the article. Prosecutors said Gregg faced the camera the whole time in a bid to hide the weapon, which was later identified as a .357 Magnum handgun. Okay, So that's around, yeah, that's crazy. 357. How did she get access to that though? That's the crazy part. Uh, because it doesn't say. Because I know with guns you're supposed to secure them, right? So it doesn't really say how she got access to the gun. Once she was back in the view of the camera, Gregg could be seen grabbing her mom's phone, off the kitchen counter and calmly taking a seat on her stool as her two dogs stood beside her. Prosecutors allege Gregg then casually fired off several texts, including one to her stepdad to lure him to the home. When will you be home, honey? The text sent to Heath allegedly read. When Heath returned to the home a short time later, Gregg shot him in the shoulder before he was able to wrestle the gun away from her, the court heard. Prosecutors said the teen had also allegedly texted a friend asking her to come over because there was an emergency. Have you ever seen a dead body? My mom is in there, the friend claimed. Gregg asked her when she arrived at the home. Gregg carried out the shootings just hours after a friend had apparently tipped off her mom about the teen's marijuana use. Oh, so it was marijuana. I was sitting there thinking it was like heroin or some kind of crazy stuff like that. Just marijuana. Okay, wow. When I was a teen, if I got caught with marijuana, I'd get in a lot of trouble too, but I don't know if it was worth shooting her mom over it. That's kind of crazy. That actually is crazy. It's not just kind of crazy, it is. When the pair returned home from school that day, the mom started searching Gregg's room and discovered a stash of vape pens, the court heard. From the testimony of a friend, he was so worried about Carly's use of smoking marijuana, so worried about her being high, and so worried about her having these burner phones that Carly's mom didn't know about, that he felt compelled to tell Miss Ashley Smiley that day. Rankin County Assistant District Attorney Catherine Newman said earlier in the trial. Gregg turned down a plea deal and was pursuing an insanity defense. Wow. With psychiatrist Dr. Andrew Clark testifying on Thursday that the teen was facing a mental health crisis the day of the shooting. You can't, honestly, I mean, I was a teen before, but it's tough to really pull that insanity plea off. Really tough. He said the teen was having significant mood swings, hearing voices, and having dissociative problems, which were made worse by her medications. Really hard to, really hard to really prove that. And then her mother finds out she's smoking marijuana. Clark told the court, for Carly in particular, she so cared about her mother's approval, so for her, this was a crisis. Still, you still shouldn't kill your mom. I mean, that's just something you shouldn't do. Maybe have a talk with your mom, even if you're having a mental crisis. Like, hey, mom, I'm having some struggles with my mental health. Can you please help me? I'm sure her mom was probably loving enough to help her with that, but to go and shoot her, it's just unacceptable. Meanwhile, Gregg's stepfather testified Tuesday that the teen, who was described as a sweet little girl, had no recollection of the shooting. I never seen anybody like that. Even in the movies, she was not herself. I do not believe she even recognized me, Heath said, adding that he and Gregg still talk daily and the relationship is good. The teen faces up to life in prison for the murder charge plus 30 years to life for the other charges. Wow.